Alan Diggs, reachingthefinishline.com, helping you to reach the finish line. In this video, I want to talk about societal norm that many people have still fallen a victim to because they want to fit in. There's this type of whole, there's the way to be, and people will say, or they call it the American dream, and you grow up, you get good grades in high school, you go to college so you can get a good job, and eventually you have kids, you have a mortgage, you have a nice car, you have a significant other, and that's the way to be. And fortunately, many more people are breaking that societal norm. Within the last 12 months, there has been research showing that many Americans are, or at least more Americans are having less kids. Has actually been a less than the previous of time that they've studied. And I think that's a good sign to show that more people are breaking societal norms. Unfortunately, many people, when they have kids, they're quite irresponsible about it. For men, they think with their penis rather than their head. And for women, it's not so much of the orgasmic element, but it's more so of what they call their biological clock and the opportunity to be a mother. And one thing to realize that many people don't typically is that once you have a kid, you're not the priority anymore. Unless you want to be a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat mother. Once you have a kid, you essentially put your life on hold for about 18 years, and that kid becomes the priority. Everything you do has to be with that kid in mind. And many people who have unplanned pregnancies, they realize that, and unfortunately it's a mistake that can cost them dearly. However, you can make the most of the situation. For people who do have kids, they still want to live the best life that they can and try to include their kids in it while they're young, so they'll be more open to the idea. But I think this shattering of the societal norm has shown people that they don't have to follow the status quo, that they have options, that they can live an intentional life based on what they feel is most important in their life, rather than doing what their parents are telling them to do or what their peers think is cool or socially acceptable. And we're living in an era and more people are becoming less of a herd mentality and more independent thinkers. And while many more people are going to make these mistakes via unplanned pregnancies, I do think, based on the recent research, that more people are becoming conscious of living intentionally and being very conscious of decisions that they make, because they know the potential consequences. And that's why I decided not to have kids. I don't have any kids, and I could essentially live life on my own terms. With no kids, you have less responsibility, you have more time, and you have more money. And when you have kids, you have usually the opposite of that. I don't desire to have kids. It's just I value my freedom a great deal, and I'm not willing to sacrifice that for the sake of having a kid. I am not saying I am not. This video is not to deduce the opportunity to be a parent, because many people still want the opportunity. But my point is that you should not be doing it because it's a societal norm that you feel obliged to follow. So that's just something I want you to keep in mind. It's my intention for you to reach the finish line. I am making videos every other day. If you want to be notified at a moment's notice, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like this video, be sure to like it and share it with your friends. If you want to reach the finish line, you can start by going to reachingthefinishline.com. And until next time, I hope you're reaching your finish line.